a bunch of actors claiming that y'all some rappers. Y'all go through AD, artist development, man. That's all y'all doing is faking the funk. Y'all ain't about this life. Man, where the baby powder at? Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, here I am. D-O-double-X, real lyricist. Go ahead and double check your bars. Thus far has been subpar. Minor true lanes with yo, this all for star. And I'm not talking Hollywood, but in the hood. Catch me chillin' with my people. Y'all niggas see through, unseen, but reppin' in the video, pimpin' on the TV screen, soft like tissue. See, that's the issue. If you the target, don't start it, I will miss you. Word, I'm dead on point, on guard in the jungle, lost standing on the boulevard, authentic, author, pinning the stroll. Fuck the record sales, I'm making all my bread on the road. Whoa.
That dream is over. They gotta sink it. That dream is over. Word, the dream is over. They gotta sink it. That dream is over. They gotta sink it. I tell all of you like I told all of them. What you say to me is just make them. Word, that dream is over. They gotta sink it. That dream is over. They gotta.
Lou Icewater, aka Duquan Hicks. And yo, I have a special guest. This is my man. This is my dude. Love this dude, man. Love this cat. Yo, he is a rapper, activist, slash. What can I say? My man, the legend, Big Doxx. What's good, man?
Peace.
What's good, Joe?
You know, you know the deal out here paying bills, figuring it out.
Hey, trust me, I know the feeling. I know the feeling about them bills, yo.
Yes,
So,
Sirski.
man, let's get started, brother. First of all,
Word.
man, humble beginnings. Tell me, what was it like growing up in NYC as a kid, man?
As a kid in NYC,
Oh, yeah.
ooh, I mean, for me it was fun.
Right.
So it's like I grew up as an only child, so I just spent a lot of time outside, just in the park, like ride my bike or hooping. So I spent a lot of time in New York around that time. It was around Yankee Stadium. That was a neighborhood like I lived around, and it was like super active in the summertime, obviously because of the games. And then it's just like a lively neighborhood, a blended of like Caribbean cultures and like African American cultures. So it was a nice little it was a nice little thing. It got a little rough here and there, but that's what happens. That's the
That's New York
environment.
for you, man. Yo, so
Where
tell me, how'd you get your name, Big Doxx? How'd that come about?
so Big Docs, all right, the original digital name is Paradox.
Mm.
And when I came up with that, I didn't even come up with it. Shout out to CX. CX gave me that name because it used to be Kool-Aid.
Okay.
So then it
Okay.
switched to Paradox.
Right.
And then after a while, it was just shortened to Docs. And then it became big because in like early 2000s,
Mm.
there was another Docs in Jersey.
Ooh.
And around that time, I was actually cool. Shout out to Max. Through Max and his wife, we was cool with Naughty by Nature.
Get out of here.
So,
Okay.
so we like because Max live in Jersey, so they used to pull up to our events and stuff like that, and then just showing support because we used to just hang out with them in Jersey. So they came out and pulled up. So that one day, shout out to Duja, he was like, "Yo, this is dude named Dox. He says he's Dox." And then another dude, my homeboy Austin is from the Heat Makers. He was like, "Yo, there's another guy named Dox. He says he's Dox." And I was
Wow.
like, "Word?" And then I was like, "Well," he's like, "Y'all got to battle for the name." And I was like, "It's my name, so I'm not battling for the name. We
Right,
can
right.
fight for it though." And then
Exactly. There you go.
and then he just so happens to be a little guy.
Mm.
So then people was like, "Yo, Docs," and they would be talking about Docs. They be like, "Nah, Big Docs." And that was how people. knew who they was talking about when they heard the name Doxx.
Wow.
So that's
So
how the
man, who
big
was your
Doxx came out.
influences in the game coming up?
Coming up,
Oh yeah. Who
yo,
was your
the
influences,
big
man?
influence, the big influence, the to keep it a bean was Biz.
Wow. Why Biz?
Biz was my first. That was my first album
Wow.
ever. It was a bootleg too from 149th Street.
Okay.
But but that was my first album. I mean, before that, me shout out to Antoine. Me and Antoine had bought the Lottie Dottie record when it was on Fantasy Records. So it was like the silver and gray label
Right.
before they got
Yes.
down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we
Infamous.
bought that record, and buying singles because we was kids. So
That's right.
a single cost like $2 or $3. You know what I'm saying? So we could buy like singles here and there. But then Biz, my mom bought the bootleg for me.
Right.
And now his first album is a bootleg, like I said. And that was it. Like I could just besides that, it had to be Marley Marl based on his DJing on the radio.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was an ill DJ, the way he put everything together. Of course, ill producer. But I first was like on it because of the DJing. So I was just even though Red is, cool with the Bronx and anything like that, and they had the Kiss Busters and all that, like they had
Right.
I wasn't part of that function, but I was like I couldn't definitely put BLS down. I couldn't talk down on him because I thought Marley was like an ill DJ. But he's still probably an ill DJ to this day. You don't lose it.
Oh yeah. That's true. That's so true. So tell me, man, about your DJing back in the day. A lot of people don't know that you used to DJ and you still
Oh
do.
yeah.
They know about your rapping, but there
Yeah,
was
the
another
DJing was a big
DJing
well,
part of
DJing
you.
was my love, man. Like I had a roommate, not a roommate, my bad, I'm lying. I had a neighbor on the block. He was on 165th Street.
Right?
His name is Third.
Mm.
So he's a DJ. And he was actually cool. Well, he's still cool with him. He's cool with D Nice.
Right.
So I
Okay.
used to see him and D Nice when I was little. And they used to be out in the park at the jams and they'd be rocking or just on a block party, plugging into like the light. And so I was just always into that. And then when we moved to Rockland,
Mm-hmm.
I got cool with these guys, Mike and Lou Hicks. And then
Oh my
they had
God.
they had they had the they had their equipment in the basement. So I
Yes.
knew I knew my way around the equipment, just from hanging out with Third and D Nice.
Right.
So I'll go in their basement and just wiki, you know. and
Oh
then
my
and then
God.
that was a huge era. And then when
Yes.
they moved, I became the DJ for the crew when they moved.
Yes.
So
Carry on
that's
tradition.
how that's how the DJing was like. All the little house parties, or like it was like, yo, you got it, K? I was like, no
Right.
doubt, I got you. Yeah, I got it.
So man,
And then
explain.
and then, huh?
Nah, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, and then around that time too, shout out to Top Notch. We
Mm.
started making mixtapes, and it was a
Mm-hmm.
dynamic duo mixtapes. And then we was already DJing parties up in Spring Valley.
Right.
And then one day at one of the parties out there, I met Kid and Pre. And
Get
then
out of
one of the
here.
promoters was like, yo, he's one of the young dope dudes. He's like, you got a mixtape? I was like, yeah. He was like, bring it through. So I
Right.
went over and met him out the 125 mark,
Mm-hmm.
and I gave him some mixtapes. And then they started like bubbling around Harlem, around East Harlem too. Cause my ex, her family is from East Harlem, like 109th and First, and like around there. So I DJ'd a couple of parties over there in their projects. So then they just used to
Okay.
just grab the mixtape already because I got that
Right.
party off of her or her
Right.
family. So yeah, that's so. I
That's
mean,
dope. That's super dope.
yeah. It was hip hop. Yeah, hip hop. Yeah, hip hop. It was dope.
Man, so tell me about the anti-pop movement that you had. A lot of people explain to me what anti-pop means, and
All
just
right.
tell me
So
about the movement.
any pop or anti pop,
Hmm.
either way you pronounce it is the correct way.
Okay.
Is
Anti-pop.
is a showcase that we do, no format, but it's based in hip hop.
Mm.
But when you hear music at this event, it's not going to be pop music. Anything on the top 100,
Right.
you're not going to hear it there, or you're not going to hear it here. Like you nothing pop. You got a whole bunch of platforms that you can listen to pop music, and but the whole anti pop in the name of art is about making sure that we expose all the new guys, all the
Right.
unheard ladies, all the ill reggae artists, or the ill rock artists, or punk artists, whatever like that slaps, whatever that bangs. And then also in the live events, we'll have either an art showing or live art going on, but we'll set up the room like an art gallery,
Right.
not like a regular club. This is not club. No, this is we here for the art.
Mm. That's
So that's
dope.
what that's about.
Okay. So explain to me, why did you move to Cali? How did that come about? Moving to California.
Oh, Muna Cali, I ain't want to be a grumpy old man. So it was like I was chilling, and then somebody was said to me, they was like, "Man, Doxx, you a bully." I was like, "What? I'm the nicest dude you know, man." And it was like, "See?"
Oh my God.
And then it was like one day I was at work because I used to do sanitation with these Italians. It was like the Soprano type of company. And one day I was just outside in the wintertime, picking up garbage on a garbage truck.
Hmm.
And I said to myself, it don't have to be like this. There's a whole world out there. I don't have to be cold.
Right.
Like I could make the decision and get out of here. So that's what I did. That's what I did.
Tell me about the Kill Radio days, man.
Oh, they killed.
How'd you get involved with Kill Radio? And
Well,
explain to
Kill
me what Kill
Radio.
Radio is. Huh?
Yeah, well, Kill Radio happened from. Dang, I'm having a brain fart right now. Damn, what's his name? I forgot his name, but I knew him. It was a poem. It's a poet that I knew from the open mic scene in L.A.
Right.
And I was doing a thing called Speakeasy at this spot
Mm.
called the Last Bookstore in downtown in L.A. It's still there.
Right.
And we used to have just an open mic in the middle of this bookstore.
Mm.
And the bookstore was like 3 floors. It was ill. It's ill. It's still ill. It's not was ill. It's still ill.
Right.
And I used to DJ for the open mic and I was a sound man.
Mm.
So I controlled the soundboard. But I always every time we rocked, there was a list. I was always number 7 on the list. So I
Okay.
rocked every week. So if you come early enough, and people used to come early to get their name on the list, whatever. And like people knew me from that, and then just from that one mic, I started going to other mics all over LA. Drop a little gem on them, and also promote anti pop like the shows and stuff like that. Be like, yo, once I
Right.
rock, y'all give me, uh, yo, here's a flyer. Come and check me out. You know what I'm saying? That was only 5 minutes. Y'all got a
Wow.
whole night for you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Crazy.
so that's how from that whole open mic circuit in LA, one of the dudes, he said he had a radio show and it was a co-op.
Mm.
So it's a co-op station. Where's that? I want to say that everybody paid, all the DJs paid like $30 a month,
Really?
and then $30 a month basically paid the rent for the station and for the stream to keep up the stream.
Yo, that's dope. That's
So
dope.
yeah, it's just a community run, like co-op funded radio station. Well, Kill Radio because it was all online.
Right. That's
Yeah,
dope. $30? What?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Everybody. So if you have a full calendar, I mean a full schedule, and then you get like an hour, or hour or two, it depends.
Mhm.
We did Mondays from 6 to 9,
Right.
and then we have my man Mike Miles call up every 7 o'clock on Monday to
Mm.
drop a gym on him. We call it the God Hour, and he'll
Okay.
call up and then drop the math, and then like the science of the day, like things like that. Then we had like
That's what's
live
up.
sets. People come in, plug into the board, do live shows and stuff like that. Either their instruments or their beat machine, whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll mic them up if they're acoustic. So it could just be a live radio performance. And then I would just give them the show, be like, so they could have it for if they want to chop it up and put it out. So
That's what's up. So how many albums you came out with, man? And on top of that, my favorite songs that by you that I really like, man, is My Mind Right in the 90s and the remix Paper Thin. Those are my
mm,
three joints that I love by you.
nice. Yeah,
So
those are my
how many
joints too.
albums did you drop and what is your favorite album and why?
How many albums did I drop?
Yeah.
Um, what was the first one? First one was Tough Work. Um, Tough Work. I dropped one with the Twin Towers.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rap Music, Revolutionary Art for the People. That's three. You mentioned the joints. That's the Uprising.
Mm-hmm.
Real Spit. Um, For the Culture was last year,
Mm-hmm.
and the Kumba drop. So that's that.
Mm.
7.
Seven. The
Yeah.
God number. The God number.
Yeah.
Seven.
Yeah. 7. 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what
And
is
then
your
it had a couple
favorite?
of mixtapes too. It had a couple of mixtapes too. It had the Road to the Chip series. That was three. There's three mixtapes. Road to the Chip. That was like that was when we got Amari Stoudemire back in the day. So I was like, we on the road to the chip, Knicks, let's go.
Wow.
Yo, he
Shout
was on
out
the
to
I had him on
Amari,
the
man.
cover.
No doubt.
Yo, word. And my favorite album,
Yeah, what's your favorite album?
um, I had to say, I had to definitely say, The Uprising. The
Okay, why is
Uprising.
that?
Well, The Uprising actually, because wasn't really planning on making music. So
Mm-hmm.
my ex fiance had got hit by a car and she
Mm.
got paralyzed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we
Right.
wasn't beefing. Like we broke up because she wasn't working out. It wasn't like super toxic. I was like, yo, we gotta end this before it gets toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was paralyzed. Well, she's still paralyzed. And I had did a song called The Uprising. And Top Notch had made the beat and I had wrote it while he was making the beat. But I just knew it off top. Like I
Right.
just knew it. I had the lyrics on my phone. So I used to say it to her. And then she just like she loved that song, The Uprising.
Mm.
So then I just while we were together, I never recorded it. So when
Okay.
she got paralyzed, I was like, well, I'm gonna record this song and then put it on streaming services. So like it's called The Uprising. She's paralyzed,
Right.
let's do that type of thing.
Right.
So then that's what sparked me to drop that. And then I started putting other lyrics together. And the song that you mentioned, Mind Right, I
Yes.
had got hit by a car a
I
little
didn't know
bit
that.
after the time after that.
Right.
And I had a concussion, the whole I was concussed. I cracked my skull. Like I wasn't wearing a helmet.
Right.
So I cracked my skull. And it was really hard for me to deal with things like because I had brain damage, like me figuring out stuff, remembering things, and like I had some cognitive issues. So I was like, if I'm going to heal, I gotta be able to write a rap.
Right. Right.
So started just writing the rap, like just writing the rap, and then that's why it's get your mind right
Right.
because it was literally I was writing to get my mind right. It was like literally a mental exercise. And I wrote it down. I ain't put it in the phone. But if you look at my composition pad, the first verse, I can't even write in a straight line.
Wow.
And then by the time I got to the end of the song, like the second verse, by the end of now I could write in a straight line. So it was like all of these things to work out, like, the thought process and then the motoring skills and all together was like part of that healing.
Right.
So that's why it's also one of my favorite songs because of how like that's the reason why I wasn't like writing a song to like yo I'm gonna drop this and people gonna love it. I was really writing it because I was like I gotta be able to do this like because I gotta get my mind right. And then also the lyrics are saying things to be positive, right? Because you could be like it was also a period of that time when I was being a little negative when I couldn't figure stuff out. And I was like,
Right.
I was at
Right.
work and I was like, yo, I can't do it. And I remember I told my boss and it was like, yo, dude, you got to relax. You just had a major brain injury. So of course you're not going to get it the way you usually get it. Like
Exactly.
that's part of it. So I was like, so that's where that song came from. You know what I'm saying?
Man. So tell me, man, explain how was it working with Eric Sermon and how did that even come about? You know what I mean?
Eric. All right, so that's my ex shorty from Georgetown when I was in
Right.
school. Her homegirl was dating Eric.
Get out of here.
So we was just chilling, we was just be out.
Hmm.
We'll see Shorty, and I'm with my Shorty, but they homegirls, so they be like, I'll be like, oh, what up? So we used to just see them randomly outside, like in Manhattan. And at that time, I was working for Blaze magazine.
Right.
So it's like I could get into the little fly spots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with my homegirl, well my ex girl, and then her homegirl was in there too with Eric. And
Right.
so we're chilling. Then after that, from that we was like going double dates. You know what I'm saying? And then
Wow.
one day we chilling at Eric's house, like I don't know for Memorial Day or whatever barbecue. And then they talking, whatever, what have you. And then the homegirl was like, can they correct? And he looks at me, he's like, you correct? I was like, yeah, I'm telling you.
Right.
And he was like, yo, let's go to the studio. He got a studio in the crib.
Hmm.
It's like out in Long Island.
Right.
So we're in the studio, and he started throwing on some beats, and then we freestyling, whatever have you. And then that hook that I did was actually me warming up to start spitting. And he was
Wow.
like, yo, use that as the hook. I
Hmm.
was like, all right, bet, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And then that was it. I mean, he had gassed me. He was like, this is when Keith Murray was in jail. And
Hmm.
then he was like, yo, when Keith come out, I'm gonna put Keith on this too, and then we're gonna put this out, whatever, whatever.
Hmm.
But he never put it out, so I did.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Come on.
Yes. And then I mean, we ain't really keep the connection because I broke up with that shorty,
Hmm.
and it's like that was my connect was that shorty, So it was like, I can't call it my spoil it, but that's what it was. And I would see him, I would still see him, and then I'll be like, "Yo, what's up? What you trying to do?" And he was like, "Yo, you can do whatever you want to do with the record." I was like, "All right, bet." You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just what it is.
That's crazy. So tell me something I don't know about you.
About me?
Yeah, something I don't know about you, or something that we all don't know about you.
Uh, um, I think y'all pretty much know me, yo. Um, the only reason why I play football is because my pops told me I wasn't allowed to fight in Rockland County.
What? Get out of
Yeah.
here! Stop
So he was
playing.
like, if I hear about you fighting, I'm gonna fight you because you're too old to get a spanking or punishment. If I hear about you fighting, we're gonna fight. Because I wasn't a bully in the Bronx, but I was like my best friend in the Bronx had MS.
Right.
You feel me? In my building, he used to hang out with me every day. I go to the park, he'll be in his wheelchair at the park with me, and then if somebody fuck with him, oh, I ain't mean to curse,
Nah,
but
you
if
good.
somebody
This is
mess
my
with him,
show. You do what you do. Do what you do.
if somebody mess with him and he handicapped, I'm rocking him. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Okay.
like people would mess with him. I mean, that's the '80s, It's like and we kids too, so we're not the most
Right.
mature things
Exactly. We
moving
kids in the
around.
'80s. That's right.
So it's it was a lot of that. Then it was a lot of, oh, your name is Kunta Kinte. Be
Mm-hmm.
like, that's not my name.
Mm.
And instead of us being like, that's not my name, take it back. They used to say the wrong thing. I used to punch them in their face, and be like, yo, that's not my name.
Mm.
And then because my name is Kehinde, they'll be like, they'll see my dad in the bar or at the number spot. Be like, your son named Kehinde, right? They be like, yeah. Yeah, he was beating up this kid on 62nd Street. Like, so the very first day at school in Pomona, after my pops had this conversation with me, this dude comes up to me and was like, yo, where you from? Sorry, I'm from New York. He was like, we all from New York, stupid. Where you from? And I'm like, now, Bronx Kid Day would have just punched him in his face and
Right.
just
Right.
tell, yo, I'm not stupid,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I'm from the Bronx, man. And then he was like, oh, so you think you bad because you from the Bronx? I'm like, yo. And then I started losing it a little bit.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm like, we're in each other's face. This is before homecoming. I'm like
Mm.
trying to navigate the hallway, read the
Right.
little printout, where the room's at.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting into it with this dude. Yo, God bless the dead. Wayne just comes up and then splits us and was like, yo, he's good. And I'm like, in my head, I was like, I know I'm good. I'm about to punch this dude in his face.
Mm.
But then I would have broke the rule the very first day of school.
Right.
With my pops, right? Without been, man, I ain't want that. So my homeboy Ralph, who I'm cool with to this day, comes up to
Mm-hmm.
me that I didn't know him then.
Right.
He was like, yo, he plays football. They all act like that. I was
Mm.
like, word? Very next day I started playing football. So
Wow.
that was like my way to meet all the tough guys in Rockland.
Mm.
And if I pop them, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They'll kind of know, oh, like that dude is not so like, and that was the real reason why I played football, since I played real hard on the field. When I'm off the field, I'm chilling in the park or in the mall, at the movies, wherever have
Right.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not gonna mess with me, cause y'all remember what I did to you when we played football.
True. Facts. Facts.
So
Wow.
that was the reason why I played football. It wasn't because I loved the game or anything like that. It was just I got to go out. Oh, all the thugs play football up here. Let me go meet them. So that was. So I don't know if you knew that, but that's
I didn't know
why I
that,
did.
yo. I had no idea. So
Yeah,
tell
that's
me,
why I played football.
what advice will you give the new cats that's coming into the rap game or any entertainment game, because you've done it all? What advice would you give them, to make it further, or to be great? What advice would you give these new cats that's coming into the game?
Um, I say make sure you keep an original voice,
Mm,
right? So that you can be distinct. And that's even if you're a journalist, right? Or if you're obviously if you're an MC and keeping it well, mastering self so that nobody else can do what you do.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing too. That's even promotion. Make sure you're doing an event that's unique so that if somebody's coming out, they're having a unique experience. They're not just having a carbon cutter copy experience that they can just get at any bar and grill.
mm.
You know, that's why
Mean.
even as a party producer or promoter, we did it like an art gallery.
Mm,
So it's like, yo, this is an art gallery. This is not we about art. This is not. I mean, yeah, we was rocking there and dancing, but when
right,
you get in there, that's the type of experience that you get in.
right.
So I say keep it original and keep it distinct.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. So tell me, today's climate in the world today, how you feel about what's going on in the world today, today's climate, man, with the government and everything. How you feel about that?
Um, I was talking about this yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is that as a population, we're not that bright as a United States citizens. You know what I mean? And that's why we have the leadership in the place right now. That's
Mm,
why the leadership is the leadership now, is because we chose them and we're not the sharpest population.
mm.
Like on the flip side of that, they was like, make America great again, right?
Right.
All right, I get it. But check this out. You over here deporting cats, kicking them out back out to South where? America.
Mm,
You talking smack about Canada, but where's Canada? In North America. So if you're saying make America great, you trying that means you saying or you referring to the continent,
mm.
right?
Right.
Not the country. There's no country called America. Period.
Bing.
So it's like, yeah, we're American. I was like, yeah. If you Mexican, you are American.
Right.
You know, if you Canadian, you are American.
That's
So it's
right.
like just we don't even in our regular speech, and you hear the rhetoric on TV, we're not even calling our country by the right name.
Mm. Mean. Mean.
It says
Wow.
USA in the Olympics. It don't say
Right.
America. It says USA, United States of. So these are the states that are united on the American continent.
Mm,
That's why they used to say US. And then if you even run it like that, you say US, that also can mean us.
wow.
But
Deep.
Kaz, that's how I feel about it.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that. I like that, man. So, man, tell us when some new music is dropping. How can we listen to it? How can we reach you? Because I know you sent me something. It's supposed to be dropping tonight or I think tomorrow,
Oh,
right?
nah, tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
tomorrow.
New Year's
Okay.
Eve, New Year is Kumba, the sixth day of Kwanzaa. That means creativity. And I'm dropping a project called Transmissions from the Mothership.
Mm,
Right? So the mothership is I'm part of a collective out here called the Mothership Collective.
right.
And recently our brother Luke Cage transported to the mothership.
Mm,
So now she's transported to the mothership. We're transmitting from the mothership. You know what I'm saying? And this will be the last in studio thing that Cage and I did
mm,
before he transported. You know what I'm saying?
right. Dope.
So that's just what that is. So that's dropping on all streaming servers. Like, yeah, so whatever you got streaming, Tidal, Spotify, Apple, Deezer, YouTube, like it's gonna be all available.
That's what's up. I like that, man. Any collabs later on with Corey Drums?
I not on the not yet.
Hmm.
Not yet. But it's something that we might line up.
Okay.
It's thinking about doing a like this actually this project dropping this because I haven't really my pen hasn't really been active.
Right.
So this is like warming up to get more artsy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Right. That
So
makes
that's
sense.
what it is. So it's like I gotta just get in the vibe of just being creative and writing so that when I collab with another artist on a writing tip, it's not like I'm hindered or like I got the writer's block.
Right. These are real words because a lot of MCs wouldn't give that answer. They would say something else. So those are real words right there. I like that. Real words.
Yeah, I mean,
Like them.
I gotta be truthful, man. I can't. I'm not a liar, you know.
I feel you.
So it's like, and also, you know what it is? What's gonna happen to me if I say the truth, man? Like a truth about myself. What, somebody gonna beat me up?
Oh my
Like,
God.
no.
Here you go with the violence.
I mean, like,
Endless. Bronx cats.
I mean, it's just like y'all not gonna beat me up. I'm gonna be chilling.
No, we
You know
know.
what I'm
We know.
saying?
We
So
know.
I can be honest. I don't gotta tell a story because I don't know. I have any fear about anybody's thought. Like, it's I got too much other stuff to think about.
That's what's up. All right then, man. This was great, man. Very
Word.
informative. I love it, son. I love it.
That's
And
what's
I
up.
love
That's what's
you.
up.
You
Love you
stay
too,
strong
man.
out there, bro. You know what
We'll
I
do.
mean?
We'll do, man. You too, man.
No doubts. Hey,
And
you
I like
love
the
me,
blue
man.
and orange. I like the blue and orange right now. I
Thank you,
like
man. You
that.
know, gotta keep it mixed no matter what.
I
We gotta
like
keep
it.
it mixed, baby. You know
Yes,
what
I
I mean?
like it. That's what's
Hit
up.
me up, baby.
Yes,
Hey, man,
Sirski,
it's
man.
another episode of Connected Dots. I'm your host, Lou Icewater, aka Duke Juan Hicks, and my special guest, my man, Big Doxx. Check him out
Yeah,
on
man.
all platforms. Check out his old music, his new music, and new music dropping tomorrow, the 31st.
Word. BIGDOXX. Google
Yes,
it. You can find it everywhere.
no doubt.
Things of
With
that
that being
nature.
said,
All right, chat.
one life,
One
one
life.
love, one
Word.
Lou. Peace, yo.
Peace.
Peace.